Well, hello there and good morning.
And good morning from me.
I would like you to picture a 20-mile path around one of England's most iconic lakes, through ancient woodlands, past stunning waterfalls and along a poet-inspired shore. This is the Ullswater Way. Oh wow. So the great thing about the Ullswater Way is it shines with flexibility. You can tackle all 20 miles of it at once, or, as we're doing, do it in sections using the Ullswater steamers or buses. You can start at Pulley Bridge or at Glenridding and walk any direction of your choice. Daffodil symbols guide you on your varied terrain. From smooth paths to wilder sections, you can customise your adventure, as we've done today. So today, we're doing the section from Glenridding to Howtown, but we've added in a slight detour coming up to Lanthry Tarn. and we'll show you that tarn once we get there. We're not far away. So, back soon. So we're just coming up to Lantrace Tarn now, as you can see. In Scotland, we have lochs and loch-ins. Maybe somebody can drop a comment below and let me know what is a tarn, because they seem to be all over the Lake District and I'm just not quite sure what they are. So drop us a comment and let us know. So we parked the car at the information centre at Glenridding, and you literally walk out of the village and straight up to here. Fairly easy walk, to be honest. Lots of seats to stop at and take in the view on the way up, which we have done. And yeah, it's pretty stunning up here, to be honest. Obviously a lot of clearing of old trees and replanting. I don't know if you can see just how clear that water is, but I would still use a filter to drink from it. Concrete barrier just at the end there. Does that mean the tarn is man-made, or is it natural? Drop us a comment, let me know if you know. So that's us just reached the end of the tarn. It's only about a 3-minute walk from one side to the other. So I thought I'd just bring you up to date with our plans today. So we parked, as I said, at Glenridding. We've walked up to the tarn here. We're then going to come back round and rejoin the Ullswater Way. And the plan today is to walk up to Howtown. And once we're at Howtown, we will get the ferry back to Glenridding, and that'll be our walk for today. So yeah, quite excited to do this section of the Ullswater Way. I believe a lot of it is by the lakeside, so we'll get some good views over the lake today, especially with the weather and how clear it is. The view in front of me is just absolutely stunning. I'll just switch you around and let you see the views down the valley. Probably couldn't have got a better day for it. There's a nice cooling breeze. Still very warm, but that cooling breeze is helping. The last few days, we've been down here for a few days now camping, and it's been really mixed weather. A lot of high winds and a lot of rain, which is probably normal for the Lake District. Okay, right, onwards, and we'll bring you back once we're down off of here. So that's us come down from the Tarn. Now got a bit of road walking that takes us into Patterdale, and then from Patterdale we will join the Ullswater Way and yeah, continue on there. We'll bring you back once we get to Patterdale, let you see that place, unless there's anything nice on the way. And then we'll bring you back sooner. Just seeing a lovely bit just down there. That would be a lovely bit to wild camp it, but unfortunately the laws in England are slightly different from they are in Scotland. Where Scotland we have the right to roam and pretty much camp where we would like to. England, you're not allowed to wild camp without landowner's permission. But that would be a lovely little spot just down there. And we came from up there. Right, back soon. So we've kind of passed through Patterdale. There wasn't actually an awful lot to show you. and we're just walking over to Side Farm, which I think that's it over there. So as you can see, there's a fair bit of water either side, and there's actually signs at the start of this track that say if these waters are on the track to not cross. There is another way that kind of follows the road. It's a longer route going all the way around and then joins back on there. But thankfully today, even with the rain we've had, the flood waters are not up the track. So we're taking the track over. So one thing I have noticed about the hills here in the Lake District is they're far more green than hills in Scotland. The hills in Scotland have obviously got a lot of heather on them, and it kind of gives it almost like a purple colour. So I would say Scottish hills are more purple brown, whereas here in the Lake District they're definitely more green grey, and you've got some brown over there as well. But yeah, definitely a lot more green here. On the hills anyway. So we've just been coming along this nice trail here, and just over here we've got our first view of the lake. You see in the distance there, that's one of the steamers. So hopefully we'll get that on the way back later today. And yeah, so that's the start of the lake. So hopefully there'll be some better views as we go on. But as for now, we're going to keep pounding this trail here. Back soon. So that's where we've just come from. Another nice view of the lake there. And if I pan around this way, this is known as the artist's seat. So let's just take a closer look. Quite a nice little seat, and the views you get from here, yeah, you can see why someone would sit here and be inspired. Definitely. And then there's a little information board just around there. There we go. Okay. So we're heading off in that direction, and we'll bring you back next time there's something to see. Unfortunately, I wasn't fast enough there, but a jet just went skimming down the lake. It looked like an old jet provost, which is an RAF jet trainer. But yeah, I wasn't quick enough to get the camera out before it went flying past at high speed. Fingers crossed we'll have some more as the day goes on. There's the lake, and there is the path that we will be taking on the Ullswater Way. Right, I'm going to put this away while we go down here because it looks just a bit slippy underfoot. Back soon.
Losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headache stack. Restlessness to hell and back. What's my purpose? What do I grab? A slippery surface, a heart attack. And sometimes you just gotta believe there's something that'll give you relief. There's something that'll have what you need. What you need. We're broken, it's tragic. We're not all elastic, but maybe there's magic. Believe you could have it. And I know of sadness, the anxious and panic, the infinite vastness of all that is blackness.
Well, welcome back. We are just outside Howtown. Is it just me, or does that sound like something from Mad Max, you know, Bartertown and all that? But anyway, we are just outside Howtown on our way into there. We've done 12.5 kilometres so far. We've maybe got about a kilometre to go, maybe just a bit further. The last section we've just kind of covered there, for me, wasn't that enjoyable. If anybody has ever done the West Highland Way and done the Loch Lomond section, you'll know what I mean. So very uneven, lots of tree roots, lots of loose rocks, and although it's down by the lakeside, you are having to watch where you're going all the time. You can't look up and enjoy the view unless you stop completely. So yeah, that's not been great. And I don't know about you, but the signage on this trail so far, now bearing in mind we've only done one section, but the signage has been terrible, I think. Yeah. When you read the guidebook and you know it says it's well signposted, just follow the daffodil sign. From all the trails that we've done, this is probably the worst signed that I've come across anyway. I don't know about you.
I don't know if it's because we've been down on that gnarly bit of path that it was difficult for them to post there, but even coming in and out of that, it was, yeah, not good.
Yeah, so I mean it's been an enjoyable trail so far. It has been hard going. The heat is just incredible. It's really hot. We seem to either get it really cold or really hot when we're doing walks. So yeah, it's been another really hot day. But anyway, I'll leave it there and I'll bring you back once we're at Howtown, and I'll see you then.